Unknown spikes rising from the waves.
Oh my god!
Giant creatures lurking beneath the surface. Have you ever wondered what else might be hiding in the depths beyond the life forms we already know? Join us today as we explore a collection of astonishing marine anomalies you won't want to miss.
Is that a hair?
Oh my god!
Boys were enjoying the waves when they came face to face with a giant being. A massive, long-necked creature rose from the water for a brief moment before diving back down. Its body looked like a turtle, but no turtle could be that big. The boys decided to go to shore to tell others what they had seen. Some believed them, some didn't. But out there, beneath the waves, a Loch Ness monster far larger than expected had made itself known just for a moment.
Oh my god!
Trunk mystery. A peaceful day at the lake took a strange turn. A beachgoer stood by the shore when he noticed something rise from the water, long, trunk-like, and unmoving. It didn't look like a log or a wave. He stepped closer, hoping to get a better look. Just as he did, it slipped beneath the surface without a sound. He waited, but it never reappeared. People were convinced Nessie is the only monster out there. Tentacle lurker.
Mediterranean beef squid. Man, look at this thing.
The waters of Bora Bora hold many wonders, but this one left a local stunned. While swimming, he noticed a massive shape gliding below. It had long, powerful tentacles, moving with an eerie grace. Its body shimmered in fluorescent pink. As it surfaced, strange features became clear. Blowholes, detachable tentacles that could regrow, and an otherworldly presence.
A Mediterranean beef squid with a blowhole? Insane, bro.
It wasn't an ordinary sea creature. Finally, its identity became clear. This was a giant squid, a rare and mysterious deep-sea dweller, now seen up close. Sightings like these are rare, but when they happen, they remind us of how little we truly know about the ocean's depths.
Boats and jet skis and stuff, they let their tentacles go, but they can...
Ocean drifter. Swimmers in the ocean came across an unusual sight. Below them, a massive sea creature moved gracefully, its wide mouth open, pulling in water. It looked as if it was drinking, something rarely seen. Its enormous size and spotted body became clear. It was a whale shark. Despite its name, it wasn't a whale, but the largest shark species, known for filter feeding on tiny marine life. Seeing one this close was a once-in-a-lifetime experience. Coast lurker. Off the coast of North Carolina, waves shifted as a massive figure surfaced for just a moment. A long, dark shape moved through the water.
The giant sea creature was spotted off the coast of North Carolina.
Those nearby caught it on video, comparing it to an ancient beast. Some even believed it resembled the legendary Loch Ness monster. The sighting spread quickly, fueling theories of a prehistoric survivor. But experts stepped in, suggesting a more familiar explanation.
It's kind of like we saw a dinosaur.
It's just a classic appearance of a smaller whale.
A small whale briefly emerging before vanishing again. A quick moment, a strange shape, and a mystery that had people questioning what they really saw. Scaled mystery. In a murky river, a fisher noticed a small creature darting through the water. Its long, curved body moved smoothly, a broad snout leading the way. Spiky ridges ran along its back, making it look almost armored. Curious, he reached out and touched its face. It felt rough, almost like a lizard's. But this wasn't just any reptile. It swam effortlessly, disappearing before he could get a better look. Maybe it was a crocodile species, or maybe it was something else entirely. Either way, he let it go, leaving the mystery in the water. Water Phantom. Visitors at a waterfall were enjoying the view when they noticed an odd presence in the water. 3 sharp fins cut through the surface, moving steadily. It looked like a shark, but a shark in a waterfall's water channel? That didn't make sense. Maybe it had traveled from a nearby river and ended up there by mistake. The sight left everyone stunned, unsure how it got there. It is said that authorities later stepped in, carefully relocating it to a nearby river. A rare sight, and one that no one there would forget anytime soon. Deep Shadow. A couple at sea was recording the view when they spotted something moving in the water. A giant, long figure surfaced for a moment before slipping back beneath the waves. It was massive, too big to be a regular sea creature. They waited, hoping it would appear again, but the water remained still. Whatever it was, it stayed hidden in the depths. Some believe legends of sea monsters come from real encounters like this. This could be one of them. A creature living deep in the ocean, rarely seen by human eyes. Dark Mass. A beachgoer stood at the shore, enjoying the waves, when something unusual washed up. A black, tangled mass moved with the water, clumped together in a way that looked strange. At first, it seemed unrecognizable, but as the waves shifted, the shape became clearer. It looked like a group of manatees, gathered in a way that seemed almost unnatural. Nature has a way of surprising us, showing sights that can be both eerie and fascinating. Keep watching for more mysteries like this. You never know what might turn up next. Hidden Trunks. Fishermen were out on the river, expecting a usual day of fishing. But instead of fish, they spotted something strange. A group of long, dark shapes moved through the water, barely visible above the surface. At first, they thought it was a group of snakes. The way they floated and traveled together made it even more mysterious. But as they watched closely, they realized the truth. These weren't snakes at all. They were elephant trunks. A herd of elephants was swimming across the river, using their trunks like snorkels. That day, the fishermen didn't catch much, but they witnessed something rare and unforgettable. Nature never fails to surprise. River Terror. A fisherman was boating through the murky river, heading toward the middle, hoping for a great catch. Suddenly, huge ripples formed, circling his boat. Then, without warning, waves crashed and water splashed violently. As if something massive was moving just beneath. The fisherman froze, unsure of what was lurking below. Was it a shark, a whale, or something even bigger? Before any answers could come, the video ended abruptly. What happened next? No one knows. But one thing's for sure. The river held something far beyond an ordinary catch that day. Hidden Serpent.
Hey, boy. Hey. Whoa! Shit.
A boat of fishermen was out on the river, hoping for a big catch. But their fishing trip turned into a mystery when they saw something gliding quickly near them. It had an elongated body, moving smoothly through the water. At first, its face remained submerged, but then it lifted slightly. Was it a snake? That's what it looked like. Before they could get a better look, it slipped back into the water and disappeared. They kept their distance, knowing it might not be safe. Thankfully, it didn't seem to notice them. Could it have been a serpent?
Hey! Whoa! Shit.
Spiked terror. A beachgoer was capturing the view when an unusual sight caught his eye. A spiked back rose from the sea for just a second before vanishing beneath the waves. Moments later, more of its body surfaced, but not long enough to make out what it was. The shape didn't match any known sea creature, and those who had seen similar things before believed it was a sea monster. People had claimed to see spiked beings in the water before, but no one had ever gotten a clear look. The beachgoer kept his distance, knowing that whatever lurked beneath the waves was better left undisturbed. Floating gold.
Halo guys, ini muntah paus pa guys.
Fishermen near Georgioga, North Taliabu Island, came across something unusual floating in the water. At first, it looked like an ice block drifting aimlessly, but as they got closer, they noticed its waxy texture. Curious, they started cutting into it.
Begitu.
Only to realize it wasn't ice at all. It was whale vomit, a rare substance. Highly valued in the perfume industry, it's sometimes called floating gold. Not every catch is a giant fish or a sea monster. Sometimes, the most unexpected finds turn out to be worth a fortune.
Jauh ke Pulau Taliabu.
Giant fin. A video uploaded online went viral for good reason. It showed a giant ship moving through the ocean, surrounded by massive fins. Not just one, but two. So close that they looked ready to rush toward the boat at any moment. People believed it to be megalodons, but they're supposed to be extinct, right? Maybe a few survived, living deep in the ocean, only surfacing due to shifting weather patterns. Reports of similar sightings keep coming. Who knows what other extinct creatures might still be lurking below? Hidden giants. Scuba divers were exploring deep under the sea when two massive beings passed behind one of them. They had long necks and bodies that looked turtle-like, with flapping fins. They didn't stay for long, just moved away into the depths. The divers couldn't believe what they had seen. The creatures appeared just like the Loch Ness monster they had only heard about in stories, but now they had witnessed it with their own eyes. Water serpent. A fisherman stood on the rocks near a lake, expecting a good catch. But what happened next was not what he had in mind. Giant ripples started forming in one spot, as if something massive was lurking beneath. Then, for a brief moment, he saw a long creature's body move through the water. It might have been a serpent, or maybe even a whale. But a whale in a lake? That didn't seem right. Its size made him rethink everything. The fisherman decided to change his fishing spot. Whatever was in that water, he didn't want to find out. River shadow. A visitor's drone hovered over the river, capturing the water below, until it spotted something odd. No, not a fish or a crocodile. This was different. An elongated shape moved steadily toward the shore, its form barely visible beneath the surface. It moved with purpose, almost like it was searching for something. Some say the river has old legends of a beast that only surfaces when the water is still. Those who saw the footage couldn't shake the thought. It looked just like the Loch Ness monster. Pale drifter. Scuba divers were deep underwater when they saw something that shouldn't exist. A massive figure drifted in the distance, its pale body blending with the deep. As it got closer, they saw small, white eyes staring back. Its shape didn't match any known sea creature. Rumors suggested they had come face to face with a ninja, the mythical being said to roam the Arctic waters. One diver managed to record it, knowing no one would believe him without proof. Vanishing tale. A group of tourists was boating when they captured an unbelievable scene. The water was calm when, out of nowhere, a figure emerged. A tail, shining in the sunlight, broke the surface before disappearing again. It wasn't a fish, and it moved too smoothly for any known creature. The sight lasted only a few seconds, but the video spread fast. Many believe it's proof that mermaids are real. Whatever the truth may be, those who saw it firsthand are certain they witnessed something the world wasn't meant to see. Swift hunter. A hiker was boating on a lake deep in the woods when he noticed a brownish figure near the water's surface. It held another creature tightly, staying still for a moment before rushing away. Its color and shape suggested it was a platypus, and what it left behind was a half-eaten fish. The hiker had unknowingly interrupted its meal. This quick encounter was proof of how they thrive in hidden waters, blending perfectly with their surroundings before vanishing in an instant. Headless fish. Lakes are full of strange creatures, but this sight was beyond belief. A local spotted a fish moving through the water, but there was one problem. It had no head. At first, it seemed like a lifeless carcass, but then it swam. It resembled a pleco fish, yet how was it alive without a head? Some guessed it was a deformity, while others thought it had barely survived a strike. Whatever the case, it kept moving, as if unaware of its own condition. A fish like that shouldn't exist, yet there it was, defying logic with every eerie movement. River giant. Swimming in the river seemed harmless, until a shadow moved beneath the surface. A local man froze as a massive figure slithered through the water. Thinking fast, he let his body float, pretending not to be alive. The giant passed, its presence alone enough to give him goosebumps. As soon as it disappeared into the depths, he decided to quickly reach the shore. Later, whispers spread. It was said to be a giant anaconda, far larger than any known. Whether myth or reality, nature holds creatures that few dare to witness, and even fewer live to talk about. Deep terror. A video surfaced online and quickly went viral, for all the right reasons. It showed a swimmer enjoying the water, unaware of what lurked beneath. Then, from the depths, a long-faced creature with sharp teeth emerged, moving toward her. Before anything more could be seen, the video cut off abruptly. It might be a serpent. Others pointed out its resemblance to a frilled shark, but no one was sure. The only thing certain was the chilling sight. What happened next remains unknown, but everyone could only hope she made it out safely. Lake stare. In the lake water, a creature stood among the fish, catching everyone's attention. Its face was above the water, staring directly at them, while the rest of its body remained hidden. The odd-looking face sparked different opinions. It looked like something from the past. That's what viewers believed. Witnesses thought it resembled a turtle, while others speculated it could be a living relic, a species yet to be identified. No one could say for sure. Now all that's left is to wait until experts study it and reveal their findings. White swimmer. In the woods, wild animals are expected, but one hiker by the lake saw something that seemed straight out of a story. A white creature moved through the water, its giant fish-like tail gliding beneath the surface. What made it even stranger was its hands, just like a human's, helping it swim. After a while, its head emerged from the water. A mermaid? That's exactly what it looked like. The creature stared for a moment before dipping back into the water and vanishing. The stories of mermaids have existed for centuries, spanning different cultures and myths. Some say they are just legends, but sightings like this make people wonder. Maybe mermaids are more than just stories. Unknown creature. The ocean seems calm, but it holds mysteries for those who look closely. One boat crew experienced that firsthand. As they moved through the water, a pale-colored creature passed near them. At first, it looked like a dolphin, its body half above and half below the surface. But something was off. It had a strange, long tail. It seemed like a mix of a seal and a manatee, yet not quite either. The crew watched, unsure of what they were seeing. It could be an undiscovered species, something science had yet to name. Circling threat. A calm day on the ocean turned into a terrifying moment for one paddler. As he moved through the water, a massive fin surfaced nearby. It wasn't just passing by, it circled the boat, moving closer each time. The man froze, gripping his paddle, unsure of what to do. The size of the fin suggested it could be a giant orca, but before anything more could be seen, the video cut off. No one knows what happened next, but we can only hope he made it back to shore safely. The ocean holds many mysteries, and this was just another chilling reminder. Beast predator. A man cast his fishing pole, expecting a big catch, but not this. As he reeled it in, a massive creature surfaced. He stumbled back in shock, barely escaping. Emerging from the water was a giant catfish, far larger than any he had seen. In another sighting, a fisherman thought he had hooked a huge fish, but as he pulled, scales appeared instead. His excitement turned to fear. It wasn't a fish at all. A crocodile or alligator surfaced, making him quickly let go. The video ended abruptly, leaving the truth unknown. Two separate incidents, yet strangely connected. Could there be more lurking in these waters? Only time will tell. Marine enigma. Sailors were out in the ocean when they spotted dolphins leaping through the waves. But one among them was different. It had a fish-like tail, but its body looked human. A mermaid. Yes, you heard it right. These weren't just myths. Ship logs recorded them, and explorers even claimed sightings. Some believed mermaids brought good luck, while others feared them as omens of doom. Could this sighting be proof that the legends were true? River beast. A person stood near the river and caught a sight that made him look twice. A long, greenish creature emerged from the water, moving toward the vegetation on the other side. It was slithering, stretching across the roadside. Far too big to be just algae. Its color blended with the surroundings, making it hard to tell what it was. Seeing its movement, he thought it could be a green tree python, but a giant one. Was it an undiscovered species, or just an unusually large snake? The video ended before he could get a closer look. What do you think? Let me know in the comments. Sea serpent. Just when you thought the sea sightings were over, here's another one. A group of boys spotted something unusual moving through the water. It wasn't a fish, and it wasn't a turtle. It had a long, serpent-like body, slithering quickly before vanishing beneath the waves. Many believe it was a sea snake, as similar sightings have been reported before. Sea snakes are real creatures. The longest ones can grow up to 9 feet, big enough to spark legends. Stay tuned for more incredible discoveries. Damn secret. In 2012, workers in Zimbabwe were sent to fix a blocked water pump at a dam. There, they claimed they saw a giant tail moving in the depths. It wasn't a fish, and it wasn't something they could explain. They believed it was a mermaid. The government dismissed their claims and brought in new workers from outside. But the same thing happened. They saw it too. After that, no one wanted to go near the water. The locals never doubted it. Many had their own stories of seeing mermaids in the area. To this day, that dam remains unfinished. Who knows what really lurks below? Rolling waves. A recent clip has been making rounds online, and for good reason. It captured something massive moving in the sea, rolling beneath the surface and creating huge waves. The sheer size of it was enough to give a shock. People who saw the video had their own theories. Some believed it was a sea monster, a creature said to lure sailors and fishermen with the promise of a big catch, only to pull them under. The way it moved, the force it carried, made it seem possible. Harbor lurker. Sailors at a harbor caught a strange movement in the water. At first, it seemed like a regular sea creature, but as it got closer, they noticed its snake-like mouth opening and closing. Its body was long, stretching beneath the surface, twisting as it moved. Some believed it could be a Loch Ness-like creature, one of those legendary beasts said to roam deep waters. The way it glided through the harbor, undisturbed by boats, made it even more mysterious. The sailors thought about reporting it to experts, hoping to get answers. Lake Phantom. Something mysterious. Creature caught on GoPro underwater in Lake Champlain by a fisherman. Everything seemed normal until a giant being with its open mouth quickly approached him. He rushed to the surface, shaken by what he had just seen. Later, he realized it looked like a dinosaur. But dinosaurs were land creatures. Could it be an undiscovered species? Maybe it traveled from the sea and ended up in the lake. Other sightings have surfaced of strange creatures in deep water, making this even more mysterious. Icy serpent. A YouTuber captured a video that left many puzzled. In the cold water of the glacial river in East Iceland, a strange shape was seen swimming. Its elongated body moved through the icy water, resembling a serpent, or perhaps a lake monster. The way it slithered through the currents made it seem alive, yet its true nature remained unclear. The video quickly spread, becoming the talk of the town. In snowy landscapes, one might expect to find a yeti, but this was different. Lake Van Monster. A strange sight in Lake Van caught attention once again. A long, dark figure moved in the water, its shape barely visible from a distance. The low-quality pictures didn't help much, but they showed something swimming deep in the lake. It was estimated to be 15 meters long. Every time professional teams tried to capture it clearly, they failed. But one man managed to record footage after waiting by the lake for days. His video spread fast, making people wonder what really lived in those waters. Some believe it's a hoax, while others take it seriously. Many call it Turkey's own lake monster, still lurking, still unexplained. Loch ripples. In the river, something was creating ripples. At first, it was hard to tell what was causing them. Then, a body slightly appeared from the water, just for a moment. Before anyone could guess, a giant tail surfaced. Its movement suggested it was hunting, something lurking just below. People living nearby had been convinced that a Loch Ness monster, or even a mermaid, could be in those waters. Fishermen began to notice a change. The fish were getting fewer. It seemed like the monster had taken over the river, hunting in the deep. Slithering form. A drone flying over New York's Lake Seneca captured something unexpected. The footage showed a huge figure moving effortlessly through the water, slithering as it went. Then, for a brief moment, part of its body surfaced, a long, dark shape. Was it a trunk or a large neck? It resembled Nessie, the legendary lake monster. The drone owner wasted no time uploading the footage, and soon it went viral. Now, the internet is buzzing with theories. People are searching for answers, wondering if this could finally be proof of something lurking in the depths of Lake Seneca. Spiked giant. Far out in the sea, people spotted something that left them in shock. A giant black creature moving through the water. It wasn't a whale or any known sea creature. What made it even stranger were the spikes running down its back. It looked almost like a dragon. Videos surfaced online, and soon people started calling it a real-life Godzilla. Some believed it was a prehistoric creature, while others thought it could be some undiscovered species. Legends from different cultures have spoken of sea dragons, massive beings hiding in the depths. Could this sighting be proof of such myths? Unidentified creature. Another unidentified marine creature was sighted in the waters off BC, Canada on October 19th, 2024. Boaters captured footage of a strange being moving through the water. It was claimed that it looked like an elephant seal with its snout up, while others thought it could be a serpent or a sea lion. It moved in an unusual way, making it hard to identify. The creature drifted in and out of view before vanishing beneath the waves. It was probably just a familiar sea animal seen from an odd angle, while others think it could be something yet to be discovered. Either way, those who saw it won't forget that day on the water. Dark twist. A traveler was going through old photos from a past trip when one picture stood out. The image showed the surface of a large lake, but in the middle, something unusual was visible. A dark shape, rolling and twisting, almost as if it was alive. At first it seemed like waves, but the shape stayed the same across multiple pictures. It moved in a way that didn't seem normal for a log or debris. A creature was there, spinning on the water's surface, its form unclear, but impossible to ignore. Was it a Loch Ness monster he had heard about? Ocean serpents. A team of experts was out in the ocean collecting water samples when they spotted something that stopped them. Two long, snake-like bodies moved beneath the surface, giant, twisting, and too large. They appeared briefly, then dove back into the depths. A snake in the ocean doesn't make sense, right? That only leaves one possibility. It could be a serpentine creature from the deep, surfacing in search of food. Now, the experts have more than just water samples. They have a new mystery to study. It's time for today's open discussion. Filming at Loch Foyle took an unexpected turn when something massive moved through the water. At first, it was hard to tell if it was a head, a back, or something else entirely. It appeared just for a moment before slipping beneath the surface. The waves it left behind showed just how big it was. Whales have been seen here before, so that could be an explanation. But one of the people there, who was closer, insisted it was no whale. That left only one possibility: something unknown. Something lurking in these waters. The cameras are still rolling. If it appears again, there might be another chance to capture what could be Loch Foyle's own lake monster. Thank you very much for watching the video. Do like and share it with your friends. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to not miss any of the upcoming amazing videos. Thank you once again.